The press conference, the Magnificent Seven, and I'm with the magnificent Dev Sahni.
Oh, stop. You are going to make me blush.
I've been doing that a lot this week.
You stop that right now, Abs. You stop that right now. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How'd you find it today?
Better than expected, actually. I knew that I'd get something out of Andrew Kane and Ash Lane because he was reading a book up there. You don't often see fighters reading books at press conferences. And Andrew Kane's just not the sort of guy that messes about. There's no theatrics with him. And as you saw from the face-off afterwards, if somebody says to Andrew Kane, "Do you want to go now?" there's a good chance he will go now. And he went then. So, yeah, I knew something would happen there. I was surprised by Nathan Heaney.
Right. And the word I'm going to start that with, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, rattled.
So you see it as Nathan Heaney rattled?
Yes.
Okay. But as long as people see something and attribute some sort of emotion to either fighter before the fight, great. I don't know if he's rattled. I know that I think something's got his back up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
What is that? Because he mentioned about... you know what he did? He mentioned that he was getting loads of messages of, which isn't nice, to be fair.
Yeah, he showed me one of the messages.
Are they that bad?
This one was particularly funny. He showed it on the Queensberry stream. So someone had said, I don't know, you're ducking the rematch. Sent him a chicken emoji.
Okay.
Nathan Heaney's no chicken though, right? Okay. So if you're offended by chicken emojis, that's going to hurt. And then a couple of messages later, the guy was saying, "By the way, I thought you won." So this is what you're dealing with sometimes with boxing fans in DMs. I think the guy was just probably buzzing that he got a reply from Nathan Heaney. But I think also he was this close to getting his dream fight at Stoke that he's been dreaming about, obviously for years and years and years. And Brad Paul's ruined that dream. And as long as he wins this time, he'll keep that dream alive. But things like that, it's going to get to you. Things like hearing one-word answers from Brad Paul's about Nathan, where instead of calling him champ or something overwhelmingly positive, he just calls him popular. Popular he may see as a dig. Why aren't you talking about, my other attributes?
Yeah, so you accolades, yeah.
Exactly, because sometimes that can be the way with these ticket seller boxers. Their skills and their attributes and accolades, they get overlooked, and maybe Nathan Heaney just saw that as a bit of a dig. So I liked the added spite and spice up there. It's good.
I think, I mean, I'm looking. The last fight was an absolute barnstormer. The crowd were on their feet. I was going deaf from the screams. We expecting more of that again on the Saturday night.
Yeah, well, Nathan Heaney's done over 2,000 tickets, so that's just like we say that like, oh yes, it's done 2,000. It's amazing. It's amazing. This one-man army from Stoke, and he brings all these Stokies with him, and he's just a very popular guy. Brad Paul's revealed up there. He's done a couple of 100 Cornishmen and women who will be coming up and making the journey. I think the atmosphere will be electric. I can't wait to hear Delilah. But I'll tell you one thing, Brad Paul's will be completely unaffected by all the Stokies. He's already proved that because those Stokies were, they were loud and at it the first time, and Brad Paul's put on a great performance.
What you said there is kind of hit home, and maybe rattled was a bit harsh. You mentioned that he had a goal, he had a target. We've got to remember Nathan Heaney is a teacher. Half of being a teacher is having your lessons planned. You're a planner, you're a preparer. So then when somebody comes and doesn't do their homework or disrupts the class, it disrupts your plan. So I think what you kind of said there makes sense. It's like he had this dream of Stoke. It was going to be the football. It's all associated. And then along came Brad Paul's, the spider, and ruined everything.
Yeah, essentially. He ruined his dream. Nathan Heaney, he had it all set in front of him. It was all planned. All the conversations were happening. Everything was in line. All he had to do was win. Brad Paul's ruined it.
Chantal Cameron. We've got to speak about Chantal fighting. Is it Elhem Mekhaled?
Elhem Mekhaled.
Mekhaled.
It might be Mekhaled. It might be like one of them.
Yeah. Debut. she's been in, Ellen's been in with the likes of Delphine Pursoon and obviously Alicia Baumgardner. Didn't come away successful. However, she's an experienced boxer. So I know you don't do the matchmaking, but a little bit of around why that's like the best fight for Chantal on her debut.
She's on a mission. She wants her belts back. She had them all, and she loved them all, and she lost them all. So now she wants them all back. And this is WBC interim title, so that's the opponent. She's a good opponent, as you've well pointed out, only lost in very good company. She's won belts herself as well. You hear her up at the presser. She wants to make France proud. She's taking a lot into this, so it's the right opponent because Chantal Cameron is on a mission to regain her status as the number 140 fighter in the division, and this is a step on the way.
Do you think Chantal's had a little bit of a hard time? Obviously, we know that she was with Matchroom and sort of like, went over to yourselves. Somebody that's worked very hard, very studious boxer. I always used to say about Chantal, I like the fact that she's got the ability to make it her party. She controls the boxer in the ring. That was something that that stood out to me as a fighter. You said, she had all the marbles and now she's got to get them back on a different platform, her debut on a different platform.
Yeah.
How do you think she'll be like around that kind of pressure?
It's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Because it's new promoter, it's new TV channel, it's a new mission, it's a new team. Let's not forget she's changed her training team as well. There's a lot of new heading into this, right? And look, a lesser fighter might crumble under the pressure, and you wouldn't blame them. But she seems in a good place, and I remember hearing her say that the one thing that she feared was losing, and now she's lost. So she is ultimately now fearless. Correct. So you've got a fearless Chantal Cameron with new tricks up her sleeve that Grant Smith has given her. They've spent time together. He's been coaching her, and a new and improved Chantal Cameron is bad news for the other 140-pound fighters, female ones anyway.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the stuff that I see floating around X with two women in the MMA ring with one man.
I can't keep up. Honestly, I can't keep up. Too many weird things are happening right now. 2-on-1 and all of this stuff. Not for me.
No, definitely not for me either. But one of the fights that I do want to talk to you about on the card as well is Solomon Dakers. He's going up against Michael Webster for round 2, arguably, and it's still out there for debate. People say that he was gifted the win the last time. They thought that Michael Webster did enough to win. Obviously, he was supposed to fight David Adelaide, and obviously we've had delays, March, April, June, then it was July, and now it's not happening. When you have to deliver the news to a fighter, or maybe a fighter's really geared up because Dakers has been in camp since January, and he knows now he's got to go up against somebody that gave him a real tough fight. I get it. Solomon said he wasn't in shape, he wasn't fit. I know he was part of Tyson Fury's camp, so sparring those long rounds wouldn't have happened because it wasn't his personal camp. Excuses aside, yet again, it's a short notice fight for both of them. And it's a rematch. Yeah.
Well, I don't have to deliver fighters any news, thankfully. That's a Frank and a George thing about fighters pulling out and whatnot. But I think with this fight,
I just wanted you to speak on behalf of them. But
listen, when the Adelaide fight fell through, you look at Sol Dakers, and at least the fight that he's got is a fight of consequence, and it's a fight that means something. If it was just a run out against some fat heavyweight that's come in to get knocked out, it doesn't really mean anything. But with this, he can actually move his career forward because there is a question mark now over his win over Michael Webster. And Sol Dakers, at his best, he shouldn't be letting Michael Webster get anywhere near him, right? So he's sort of created this question mark himself. And now he gets the chance to just kind of put this strange Michael Webster chapter that's appeared in his career to bed. This chapter and a rematch that no one was really expecting. And his career will move forward, and hopefully that Adelaide fight will happen at some point soon. It's a fight that I want. I think it's a good fight for both of them. It's what we love as UK fight fans. A couple of UK heavyweights just having a tear up. It's kind of the lifeblood of British boxing, and hopefully we see that.
Hopefully we will, but I'm going to not keep it on this card. I've got to ask about your man, the daddy, Triple D, that I'm offering my stylist services to, by the way, because I don't know what was going on with his outfit last time. And I mean it in no insulting way. I just would really love to style him, because I think I'd do a good job. Anyway, talk to us about your boy, Dubois, versus Matchroom's Anthony Joshua.
I mean, what?
Sorry, the IBF world champion. I do stand corrected.
And do you know what that he is, isn't he? It's a whole new thing. I've heard all sorts of strange comments about he doesn't deserve to be champion. It's paper champion, but wins over an unbeaten Filip Hrgović and an unbeaten Big Baby Miller, and his performance against Usyk. But these are kind of world champion credentials, and that Hrgović fight could well have just been for a vacant title. So I think he's a deserving world champion. What do I think about the fight? I think it's a brilliant fight. I think statistically, if you look at Daniel Dubois right now, in the Ring Magazine's top 10 heavyweights, he has the highest knockout percentage. He's not just beating unbeaten guys, he's knocking them out. He had Filip Hrgović in all sorts of bother. He broke his heart. He broke the heart of Filip Hrgović, and that was kind of unfathomable for many heading into that fight, because it was really Daniel's heart that's normally brought into question.
Yeah.
So he's in a great place, and it's a tall task against Anthony Joshua. Maybe a few fights ago, maybe Daniel Dubois would be more favoured against Anthony Joshua, but what we're seeing right now from AJ is tremendous, right? He looked unbelievable against Otto Wallin. He looked unbelievable against Francis Ngannou. But Daniel Dubois is going to hit him hard and heavy, and maybe harder than he's been hit since the Vladimir Klitschko fight, in terms of one punch heavy.
It's an interesting fight. I'm definitely looking forward to it. There's kind of mixed opinions. Some people are saying it's an absolute mismatch, that Daniel Dubois will get stopped reasonably early. That seems to be general consensus from some folk.
But I don't think you can. I don't think
it's a mismatch.
You can't call it a mismatch, because they are two of the best heavyweights in the world.
And Daniel is a world champion.
Daniel's a world champion, and you can't call it a mismatch because AJ's got a chance.
Yeah,
sure.
And
yes, they both have.
Speaking about having a chance, that really threw me off. We've got obviously there's that card. The event's happening in the UK. I know there was a bit of rumblings on X about VADA or whatever. I'm not really bothered about that. So let's just talk about Derek Chisora versus obviously Joyce, your guy, next week, and a fight that sort of, for me, it came out the blue, but I guess for many, it was maybe on the cards for a while.
Just makes sense, doesn't it? Do you know what? I can't believe they haven't fought up until this point. They are.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they're two of the prominent names of this era of heavyweights. Chisora has boxed pretty much everyone. Why not box Joe Joyce as well? Joe Joyce has been calling for this fight since his fourth fight, where he interrupted Chisora's interview.
David Hay was there, yes.
Yeah, David Hay was there. They had the little bit of back and forth. Chisora called him Hay's Chihuahua, amongst other things. And look, it's a fight it's really been years in the making. And it's coming at a very interesting point where we know what we've got with Chisora. We know that he's just going to bring war. That's just guaranteed, right? But we don't know what Joe Joyce has got right now. He had the back-to-back. Yeah, look, before that, he beat Joe Parker. Amazing. At that point, you could proudly kind of stand up and say that's a top 3, maybe a top 2 heavyweight at that point. That was late 2022. Zhilei Zhang happened. Joe Joyce ran into the Great Wall of China, and he didn't make it out the other side. He got banged, right? Especially the second time. He really did. And the Cash Ali fight perhaps didn't do much to inspire people to think he's still that big juggernaut, because it was an okay performance. He got the win. But now this one is like, okay, can he beat Chisora? There's question marks over them. Let's see. I can't wait. I did the face off, by the way. You know, like the.
Yeah, I've just seen a clip of that. Don't
Yes.
wave your finger at me.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't expect that from Joe Joyce. To be honest, I'd
But
watched.
it's like both him and Daniel Dubois have had some kind of personality transplants, and they're just literally, I don't know what it is, if they're on the lion's mane in the coffee in the morning, but both of them have sparked up so much. It's humorous for us as boxing fans to watch. It's like, hold on a minute, where did that come from?
Yeah, Daniel in particular seems to have a real menace about his now. He's just not taking any nonsense, like what he called Filip Hrgovic in their one and what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, called him a see you next Tuesday.
He did. And then he saw him on Saturday night and stopped him. You know,
almost as crazy as those cufflinkless shirts that he's wearing.
Yeah, again, look, Daniel Dubois' style and his fashion is something that I'll leave with him and
Look, I'm happy
and you to come in.
Leather jacket. I'm happy we've got past that.
This is a man who, look, he doesn't care about how he looks. He cares about how he looks on Saturday night more than anything, you know. And you know,
I'm only joking, Daniel. Don't like. I was about to say, don't headbutt me, but that's not him, is it? Yeah.
But on the
let's not dig in. But
on the Joyce Chisora thing,
speaking of headbutts, yeah.
Well, the face-off was very interesting. I think it will be out on the Queensberry channels soon. Make sure you tune in. It's just a lot better than I expected. I've seen Joe Joyce's one with Joe Parker, and I wasn't expecting much in terms of this with Chisora. But as you saw from there, don't wag your finger at me. It was good.
What was it like hosting that face-off then? Because that's the first
time.
one you've done. Because it's usually Carl Frampton, isn't it?
Yeah. So I did it for Queensberry. So Queensberry are launching this kind of thing. We're calling it Locked In. So
I like it.
It was good. I did Archie Sharp and Ryan Garner just before that. Just a couple of mates really, but it was okay. I enjoyed it. It's something new for me because at the press conferences, I tend to try to humour a little bit and
you've got to.
I try and bring light to certain things, but. So that's a lot of banging.
That's going to cut out because of noise reduction, but who knows?
Who knows? Well, look, for this face-off, it was interesting. I had to be more serious. I had to allow for a lot of pauses and that. It was a good experience for me, and hopefully I can do some more.
Listen, I love your work. I love what you do. I love what you do on X, Twitter, whatever. It's funny. I like the fact that you do back the fighters. And then seeing you doing all the big press conferences and stuff is amazing as well. So just keep up the really good work, and I might be here tomorrow because obviously I'm chasing down Mr. Frank Warren himself. Might have to jump on him tomorrow.
Well, look,
not wearing a Deliveroo outfit though.
I mean, this is that's up to you. Whatever you wish to wear is up to you, and hopefully you get your interview with Frank. I'd advise against jumping on him.
Yeah.
But certainly ask him.
Ask him politely, yeah.
Just ask him.
Let's do that.
I'm sure he'll say yes. But thanks for the words. I appreciate it, and well done to you as well. Everything that you're doing is brilliant, and I'm hearing people like Eddie Hearn say you do great interviews, and like he's saying that publicly. So that must be good for you. So well done.
It's nice. It really is nice because then it just goes to show that the work that you're doing is getting noticed. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Good.
But yeah, I'm still okay at the bottom of the barrel. I like it down there.
No,
in the gutter where all the good things
if that's where you think you are, you won't be there very long. You're doing very well.
Bit of back rub.
Come on. All right.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.